Please excuse the way I look. Today, the category was director. I was going for director today because today I'm talking about lots of like film and entertainment. Glasses are not meant to look like I don't care. It's just that I went out last night. My friends were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a cute little Y2K night at a bar." Hey, that was a nightclub. And Y2K, y'all didn't tell me that you're gonna play Charlie. Welcome back to Asian Girl Podcast. I'm Clarence Angelo, your host. Today I'm talking about entertainment, Asian entertainment specifically, because I have some thoughts and recommendations and reflections on some shows that I'm watching. Let's just get started, shall we? We shall. I think that's good. Before I even get into it, Twice is headlining Lollapalooza, and I don't know if I'm going to Lollapalooza this year. I've gone the last 3 years, but I don't know if I'm going this year. Imagine you're in Grant Park. Is that the name of the park? Imagine you're in Grant Park. Obviously, it's night because they're headlining. And then you're like, oh, when are they going to come out? 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 Shut the fuck. I'm buying tickets. Oh ho, if they sing this, y'all sleep on this damn song. Specifically, y'all sleep on the violin part. Ah! Oh my god, I'm alive. Wow, how to cure a hangover? Just listen to Twice. No, what I was gonna say is, imagine you're in the audience and then they're like, when are they gonna come out? And then lights turn off, stage pitch black. All you see is the outline of the props. Boom. In comes Nayeon shooting from the sky. She starts from the top of the stage and jumps down and meets the rest of her girls down at the bottom for them to then see Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fun. It's Megan Thee Stallion. If they bring her out, oh, they won't. But if they do, damn. Don't they have a song with Sabrina? Twice and Sabrina have a song. Am I tweaking? Wait, Oh, Sabrina did a song with 50-50. Sorry. Today's episode, I'm going to be diving into the beautiful creation, God's creation app that is Letterboxd. When I tell you guys, okay, Letterboxd is an app that you rate movies, you review movies, and you could see other people's reviews of movies, and it's just like social media but for movies. But when I tell you this app, I will die on the hill that this app is my favorite social media of all time. I love Letterboxd so much, and it's because Letterboxd has the same energy as a band hall, a choir room, a theater room. It stinks in that bitch. It stinks in that bitch. And Letterboxd is where all those people as adults kind of conglomerate. Conglomerate? Yeah. Yeah. Congregate. Okay, let me just give you some examples of Letterboxd because I care more about my... Like, I really don't care much about likes and like whatever, but with Letterboxd, oh, the bitches on there, if I get likes on my review, I'm like, I'm funny. I'm funny, huh? Y'all think I'm funny? Ah! You alt kids think I'm funny? Ah! Shut the fuck up. Why I love Letterboxd so much is because the reviews are so fucking funny. And of course, like, there's a bunch of reviews on here that people say, like, it was bad, it was good, it changed my life, whatever. But, like, let me just give you an example of a comment on, what's a movie that everyone knows? Wicked. Top comment: the way the entire theater moaned every single time Jonathan Bailey was on screen should be studied. Come on, that's funny. Like, POV. Imagine you just finished watching Wicked, and then you're like, oh, I don't know who to talk about this to, and then you open up this app. This is also not sponsored. Letterboxd is a home for when no one else can relate to what you talked about. Like when you're speaking into the void. No, girl, there's no void. The void is Letterboxd. Anyways, okay, another review. Someone said graduated from Shiz University with a master in yeah. My review, I think my reviews are pretty funny. My review of Wicked was first film you'll ever watch that'll give you a guttural visceral urge to hit Michelle Yeoh with a fucking bus. I just laughed at my own joke. Was that cringe? That being said, today's video was inspired by maybe like my last or my solo podcast maybe two podcast episodes ago, where I was talking to you guys about how I wanted to major in film and then I never got to because I have Asian parents, so I majored in business, but then I ended up doing film anyways because I was like, I really like it. And so now I don't really work in film, but I guess I do make content. So like it kind of like goes hand in hand, but not to say that I'm no John Chu or anything, bitch. You're telling me Wicked was edited on Final Cut Pro? I'm going to talk about a bunch of films and TV shows that I'm going to put you on because everyone now is like, K-drama this, K-drama that. Everyone now is like, oh my God, wait. Everything Everywhere All at Once was so good. Crazy Rich Asians is so good. Yeah, bitch. Imagine other Asian entertainment. It goes off. So I'm here to recommend a few. And when I say recommend, I'm not saying that these are going to like change your life. Some of them will. But some of them will actually maybe piss you off and be like, wow, that sucked. But it's kind of like it sucked in a good way. Like, pause. Play. So this video, I'm going to be giving you guys recommendations again, like I said before, and then I'm going to be also reading the Letterboxd reviews out of solely entertainment. I'm going to separate these two things in categories for the gleeks and for the geeks. And for the gleeks, this is like shit entertainment. If not shit entertainment, it's like campy entertainment that's like really not that great. Or it's like so campy that it's like, wait, that's so good. That's so good, okay? And then for the geeks are for the emotional girls that like to watch things to improve their life, to reflect on life. Yeah. Losers! My first recommendation for you guys is for the gleeks, Drag Race Philippines. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh, you're not an ally if you don't watch it. Hey, I said it. I'm kidding. Not really. I watched the first episode of Drag Race Philippines season 3. I admit I didn't really watch Drag Race Philippines, mostly because I didn't know that you could stream it in America. That's all I'm saying. I went to a drag show in the Philippines. My cousins were roasting me that I didn't know some of these people, and I was like, you know what? Let me educate myself, because what am I? An absorber of information. I had my friends over and we watched Drag Race Philippines season 3 episode 1, which is on YouTube, so you can kind of get your toes dipped in the sand, toes dipped in the water. No Drag Race has higher performance quality, star power than the Filipinos, hands down. Oh my God, I'm really that bitch. Face cards on these queens, ridiculous. Angel Galang, what the hell? I fucking love the first episode, and I have something to say real quick about the first episode. If you watch Drag Race Philippines, I highly recommend you watch it, but there's a queen named Kiana, and there's a queen named Versex. First of all, love Kiana. I love Kiana, and I know this, the winner has already been announced for season 3, and I'm so far behind, but don't spoil it for me. Kiana, though, I love her. If she turns bad, I'll be upset. And if Versex turns good, I'll also sound kind of stupid right now. But I'm on episode 1. Okay, here's what I'm going to talk about. With Drag Race Philippines, episode 1, Kiana is from the provinces. Like, she's a provincial girl. She's like from small town, like small island. Whereas most of the other girls are Manila drag queens, which is Manila's like the major city. Kiana is giving. Every episode has a mini challenge in the beginning, and then there's a main runway challenge at the end of every Drag Race episode. Kiana won the mini challenge, which was like a Vogue off, like a dance off. And then in the middle of that mini challenge, and then the final thing, people were like, Kiana, you're doing too much. Like, you're doing too much. Versex was like kind of like, oh, Kiana, you're doing too much in front of everyone. Like I actually, they were asking like they were having a little social circle seminar. And they're like, oh, which drag queen do you not like right now? How fucking nasty is that? But anyways, then Versex goes, I don't like Kiana. I don't think you're approachable, and I think you're doing too much. Like, you're doing too much. And granted, Kiana's like the young one. Like, yeah, she's a provincial girl. There must be more than this provincial life. I'm gonna make Belle my wife. Look, there she goes, another drag queen. You know what I'm saying? That's Kiana. Here's Kiana, who's winning these challenges, giving, and then someone says, you're doing too much on Drag Race? What do you mean you're doing too much on Drag Race? The whole thing is supposed to be camp, you dumb fuck. So, I actually was genuinely bothered by this situation because, and I'll yap about this for like a second, but I love being Filipino, but sometimes, and I feel like hopefully every Asian can, I think every Asian can relate to this, but there is no one that will root for you more than your own fellow Filipino or whatever race you are, ethnicity you are. But there is also no one that will keep you in your place, kind of bring you down than your own type of people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? In this Drag Race Philippines show, they all started on the episode at the same level. And then when one queen gets a little bit above the rest, then this other queen's like, know your place. Like, don't think you're better than us. Hey! That wasn't the point of the mini challenge. The whole thing is just to compete. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me this quote, and I still think about it to this day. So I grew up not very wealthy. I used to live in a garage, literally in San Francisco, and now I would say like we're okay. And she would always say like the streets will keep you in the streets. A lot of times, whenever you get an opportunity to maybe upgrade your life a little bit with a new job offer, you get into a college that's maybe really good, then the evil eye starts to kick in, where people from maybe your hometown who had the same upbringing are like, oh, you think you're better than us? Kind of like that. And when I say that, I feel like, and I'm saying this with a critical lens, I feel like Filipinos can understand that Filipinos do this a lot. Like, let's be real here. I remember when I was in college, I was in my college's FSA, right? Filipino Student Association. I was in it for maybe 1.5 years. And I remember when I was like starting content, obviously I only had like 100 subscribers and like all this. But then I started like, you know, during COVID, I started making more content about Ariana Grande. And then I remember like hearing people were like, oh, look at him trying to become something like that's so cringe, that's so whatever. And I was like, bitch, I'm not trying to become nothing. I'm just sharing what I fucking love. You know, like I was making Ariana content. But anyways, that's an example of the Filipino evil eye. I feel like I talk about this with like my Viet friends and like I can agree, but I'll speak only for Filipinos. But the Filipino evil eye is real strong sometimes. And I've heard Bretman Rock talk about this too, but like people just don't really like it when you are growing beyond whatever you started. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like it's very, instead of taking the energy of like, hey, you got a promotion and you're moving into a new city because you got this new career opportunity, instead of the energy of being like, I'm proud of you, I'm inspired by you, it's very common for Asians and Filipinos to be like, oh, why didn't I get that? Or like, wow, you think you're better than us now? Like, how did you get it but I didn't? Kind of like that energy. That's the evil eye. So anyways, when I watched Drag Race Philippines, I was kind of annoyed when I saw that because I was like, that is so annoying. Seeing someone who wants to be so great interact with someone who wants to keep them in this box of like, you're a provincial girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't like that. And I hope that you guys can relate to that. But anyways, recommendation, I went on a fucking tangent. Recommendation 1, Drag Race Philippines. You should watch it. Obviously, that's a part of the drama. Scripted or not, it's definitely a phenomenon that happens a lot. And I know so many people who are in college FSAs that are like, yeah, there's a lot of drama in that. And I think that's a huge source of the drama. Okay, second recommendation I have for the Gleeks. Exo Kitty. Okay. Is it bad? Yeah. But is it good bad? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I wanted to look up the reviews of EXO Kitty because I know they have to be bad. I know they have to be bad. Okay, I need to put my glasses on. These aren't prescription. I can't see shit right now. Wow, I really look like a this is the first time I'm seeing myself right now, by the way. Wow, it's giving director. Okay. Cuckoo Chara, 1-star rating. This is the first review I'm seeing on the internet. This is one of my least favorite things I've watched. I wish I could take back the time I wasted watching it. I watched it on 2x speed to squander the pain, but it still sucked so. The story was cringe. The random K-pop songs were cringe. The LGBTQ propaganda was cringe. Excuse you. Oh, she goes, I have nothing wrong with the LGBTQ plus. With LGBTQ plus, but come on, who falls in love with someone who bullied them and ruined their 6+ years relationship? The acting was cringe, the lines were cringe, the teenage drama was cringe, and it was seriously not a good show at all. Damn, this bitch is mad. I could buy Elon Musk companies with every dollar I got for every time Day said I can explain. Her last line is, also, I'm Gen Z and this show still sucked scum. Girl, I don't think you're Gen Z if you say suck to scum. Damn, the reviews are... This is probably the worst TV show I've ever watched. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. EXO Kitty, such a fun one. It's literally for the Gleeks. Like, you know how Glee was like bad, but it was like good bad? That's the same thing. Like, it's in that category. Y'all bitches don't understand camp if it hit you in the face. If a tent hit them across the face, they still wouldn't understand what camp is. My next For the Gleeks recommendation in Asian entertainment is the Kdrama series, Nevertheless. Don't be mad at me. I know this is gonna be like, oh, Jim and Glinda is not doing good. Okay. Don't be mad at me. I know this is a red flag one and it's fucking awful. But it's like sexy awful. If you are a Wattpad bitch, I'm gonna put you on Nevertheless right now. Dead ass. The whole concept is basically, I'm gonna look up the Wikipedia. The whole synopsis is that there's this really toxic guy and this girl who's out of a toxic relationship, but there's this toxic guy that's now back. He has a butterfly tattoo on his neck and he's like kind of playing with her emotions, but he wants her, but he doesn't really know what he wants, and she doesn't really know what she wants, but he's hot. And so like, that's literally the premise of the show. It says, Nevertheless is a 2021 South Korean television series starring Han So-hee and Song Kang, based on a popular webtoon of the same name. It's a webtoon. That's why it's so Wattpad coded. It tells a story of two people who are attracted to each other but are skeptical about love. I need to see the fucking Letterboxd reviews of Nevertheless. Oh, I know these are gonna be awful. 2.9 stars is total. Okay, someone said, I think my problem is I like to see how red the flag can get. Flag so red, it's maroon, ho. Someone said, half star, set back feminism by 10 years. Yeah. This is Allison. I cannot change the fact that he is sexy. Period. That was literally like the only reason you were watching, because it was like sexy. Next review. And once again, the day is saved thanks to the lesbians. I forgot about the lesbians. The lesbians in this show, face card, lethal. Leafal. Lethal. Like, I want to be their friend so fucking bad. Like, are you kidding? Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my god, I know y'all are drooling in the panties right now. That is crazy. She is fierce. Work, bitch. And then honorable mention for me, Filipinos, get the fuck up. Inconvenient Love with Donnie Pangilinan and fucking Bel Mariano. I fucking love that movie. That movie is, I would say, To All the Boys I've Loved Before for the Pinoys. You know what I'm saying? Donnie Pangilinan, y'all know. If you watch my videos, y'all know. That's a good looking man. Absolutely camp. It's not good. But it's like, it's great. It's like bad great. Because it's like the son of an heir who like is a kind of unethical CEO, falls in love with this girl at a protest because the son is protesting his dad's company, but like secretly, and this girl is like very like small town. She's pro sustainability. She's a great human being, cares a lot about the earth. They get to know each other. They kind of do this like, let's fake date for a little bit for some reason, and then they obviously like, you know, get going. But I will say there was a scene with Donnie when he's like kind of has a tantrum about, you know, he doesn't really agree with his dad. Acting was tea. Like, acting was banger bitch. So Inconvenient Love, all these are on Netflix, by the way, all the ones that I've said, except for Drag Race Philippines. So yeah, those are the For the Gleeks. This is the stuff that I recommend that I think is more on the side of like, this is about life. These changed my life. These Asian entertainment shows changed my fucking life. People always ask me like what my favorite K-drama is. My top K-drama of all time is this K-drama called 2521. Ho. 2521? Ho. Oh, I recommend 21. I recommend this K-drama to anyone who is just like coming of age, who is exploring love, who is exploring friendships. Oh, this show is so good. Okay, this show literally got me micro fixated on fencing. Like, I was like, bitch, I want to fence. But anyways, in 1988, Nahido is a member of the school fencing team at a high school, but due to the IMF crisis, which is a recession, the team disbanded. To continue pursuing her passion, she transfers to Taeyang High School and later manages to become a member of the national fencing team. Baek Yi-jin, who's played by Nam Ji-hyuk, if you know who Nam Ji-hyuk, bruh. When I was talking about lethal face card, Jesus Christ. His family had gone through from riches to rags and is separated due to financial crisis. He is forced to take up several part-time jobs and later becomes a sports reporter. This show navigates both relationships, coming of age, figuring out who you are, figuring out who you're not. I feel like this show, every single time there was a crossroads, it really highlighted the protagonist like figuring out who she was, you know? And I feel like a lot of times when we say like, oh, who are you? Like, who are you at your core? I feel like my whole life people are like, oh, you have to know who you are, like discovering who you are. I'm like, what the fuck does that fucking mean? You know? But I feel like in my life, at least, I have learned now that I'm 25, that it's a lot more of figuring out who you're not and process of elimination. Like, I am not this kind of person who spends times with these kind of friends. These people are not who I want to become. The significant other is not making me someone that I think is a better person or a better human being for society. I feel like that's what I've come to terms with at this age. And I feel like the show really depicts that. Like, these are all the challenges that I'm given in a lifetime, and I know what I am because I know what I am not. This show got me crying more than anything I've ever watched in my life.
Some friendships just fade.
Oh.
People who once felt like family become names you scroll past, memories you don't visit as often. At one point, they were everything.
Yup. Oh my gosh, that's literally it. It's coming of age, but it's also like reminiscent on like people enter your life and bring you so much happiness for a time period, and then likely it'll end. You grow apart, people get different opportunities in their life, and they want to become the better version of themselves, whether it be through their career or whatever. And it just like I think the reason I was crying so much watching this show was because it was like, the quote, like the good old days, it kind of like made me reminiscent on the good old days. I feel like when people say the good old days, are like, oh, like that was when life was good and now life is bad. But actually it's just like, oh, that was a segment of my life that was really good, and now I'm working towards like another good era of my life. And I think that's like life would be nothing if it was all happy and if it was all good. I feel like there would be no appreciation for all the good stuff if it wasn't for all the lows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking anything new right now. And so anyways, I love the show. If you are in your 20s or if you're in college, I highly recommend watching 2521. It'll just make you very grateful to live in the moment, and also like make sure that while you're living in the moment, you still know what you want out of your life and the kind of person that you want to be, both career-wise and as a human, you know? Okay, next recommendation I have is a K-drama called Dr. Slump. I think the K-drama Dr. Slump is so underrated. You bitches don't fucking understand. But again, I'm talking from a space where it personally hit me quite hard. Two people who were rival kids in high school, they were the two smartest kids, become doctors, and then both of them have this like crisis that happens in their career that they weren't friends when they became adults because they were rivals in high school, right? They hated each other. And then something along brings them together and they see each other and like, oh my God, I know you. But they're both kind of in this like career crisis. One girl is in a situation where her boss is super toxic and is super abusive to her. And this other guy is in like this kind of PR scandal because he was a part of a surgery that maybe didn't go well, right? For like some big name celebrity. And basically it's a show, a K-drama about like mental health, like genuinely about mental health and like the concept of being burnt out. It showed me the importance of therapy. It showed me the importance of taking breaks. And I think for this one hit me fucking hard because I watched this one when I left. I don't think I've ever talked to you guys about this, but when I left corporate America at the beginning of 2024, I left my job and it was genuinely like the worst experience of my life. Like that last job that I had before really stepping into this part of my life. I worked my ass off to get that job. I was traveling a lot. I was losing sleep. I was getting sick all the time. And I was working really hard in that job and I was trying my very best, but I was under a manager that was genuinely like very, very abusive. And I say that now from the perspective of like going to therapy after it, you know. I don't like looking back on that part of my life, but I can now look back on it a little bit healthier because of therapy. And like this show low-key like kind of pushed me to go to therapy. I don't know if it was like the thing that pushed me, but it helped me consider it as an option. Highly recommend this show as well. Especially if you are in corporate America and you're kind of navigating that career. This is more of like, I would say like an older show. The last one's like coming of age. This one's like coming of age, but maybe in your 20s. And then the last one, okay, genuinely, this might be funny. The last one that I have is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I will die on the fact that Avatar: The Last Airbender is literally so ahead of its time. It's so ahead of its time. Quotes from that, Uncle Iroh quotes from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm not going to explain what it is. Everyone knows what it is. Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated version. Uncle Iroh's quotes? Are you kidding me? I'm going to go through that. That's how we're going to end today's episode. Uncle Iroh quotes. Because genuinely, Uncle Iroh, I don't know if this was him, but I've always said from a show, an angry mind is a narrow mind. And I think I got that from either Korra or Avatar: The Last Airbender. But an angry mind is a narrow mind, and like genuinely when I'm angry, I'm like, that's so true. Like when I get annoyed by something, this was more like me in my corporate job, I was like, an angry mind is a narrow mind, an angry mind is a narrow mind. Like when I'm angry, I don't think creatively in a great way. When I'm angry, I don't think very logically. Uncle Iroh is the shit, bitch. Uncle Iroh, when you're in your darkest place, you give yourself hope. That's inner strength, period. Here we go. Favorite Uncle Iroh quote. It is important to draw wisdom from many different places. If you take it only from one place, it becomes rigid and stale. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole. Okay, that reminds me of like my overall favorite quote of all time. I have it like right next to my plaque, like right above my desk. It's a Fitzgerald quote. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early, to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. So anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but I hope that I gave you guys a little bit of Asian entertainment recommendations. I hope this was helpful in terms of like K-drama recommendations. I fucking love these. Also download Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd. My name is Clarence, the Big Time Critic. I want to read y'all's reviews too. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of Asian Girl Podcast. I will be at the J-Hope concert next week. I'd literally love to say hi. I'll be in San Antonio on day one. I'm so excited to see him. Y'all know I cried when I saw him at Lollapalooza. If you've been watching us for a while, please consider subscribing. It helps us out a ton. Next week is a normal Asian Girl Podcast episode. If you guys are 16 and up, join our Discord. We have a place where you can talk about Netflix recommendations and like all sorts of recommendations. I'm gonna say bye like I normally do in my respective language. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you, globally. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, ingat. Bye, guys. And
I was
cut.
yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home. But if I'm
Twice. And welcome to Lollapalooza.